Hey guys, very out of breath Malachite here, made her inaugural walk here at the complex, and I wanted her to meet my favorite tree, so yeah, like around the end part, so there's that. So anyway, this place is so creepy at night. I'm not even scared of the dark or nighttime or anything. Anywho, yes, I'm filming. And anyway, something just fell on my head. I think I'm gonna go find out what that was. Anyway, just wanted to share. Yay! And not. That's my bandana. Something fell on me though. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna go find out though, cause ew. Anyway, I love you, tree, and hey guys, I'm outie. And that is where my hiking stick stands when she's in my room, because that is where she will not fall, and also because she's by my supernatural things, so it's kind of a special spot. So turning the camera around, the video that was connected to this, that morphed into this one, shows us outside as it's getting dark, a little bit past twilight, when something from the tree fell in my hair, and I don't know what it was. I have no idea. There was nothing in my hair. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna like freak out if a bug falls in my hair or something. I'm not one of those people that would do that. I might if it was like, I'm not fond of spiders, so I'm not really scared of them. I'm not super fond of them because we have brown recluse spiders and they do bite, and my roommate is incredibly allergic to them, very, very dangerously allergic to them. So if I see anything that looks like a brown recluse, I will panic, because it sends her, now it will send her to the hospital because of the reaction she had last time. So not super fond of spiders, but I don't like killing them because that's actually bad luck. You should never kill a spider. But if it's a brown recluse, I don't have a choice. You don't want to put those outside. They're incredibly venomous. So, yeah. But anyway, if it had been a spider, I might have panicked, but since I had no idea what it was, I just meandered back to the apartment and took my bandana off, and it wasn't on there, and I brushed my hair, and my hair is super, super short, guys. So there was nothing. So I don't know. Little fairy maybe bopped me on the head. I don't know what that was. It was so strange because it was very heavy. Whatever happened, it was very like that. I thought maybe a leaf or a branch had fallen on my head, because unfortunately, and any good vibes you can send my favorite tree or anything, please do, because I think it's sick. And I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, it's kind of droopy. It just, you know how the bottom branches should be perky? They're kind of droopy, and I know one of them's broken off, but I can't see where it's broken off at. But not all of them are broken off, and even up top, they're kind of droopy. It's like it's depressed or something, or sick. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know a lot about tree illnesses. I don't see any vines on it. I've looked to see if maybe there's a vine that's choking it, and the roots look okay. There's nothing like choking out the roots, at least not on top. We've had plenty of rain, so it's not drought, and all the other trees around it look fine. It's just that one. He just looks incredibly sick. I'll try to post a picture, and maybe I'm just panicking, but I'm hoping that he'll be okay. So anyway, I wanted to introduce my stick to the tree, but as you saw in the video, it's actually not super safe over in that area at night, and something about that area at night gives me the willies, and it's probably because it's not super safe over there at night. There's like well, I told you there's a homeless person, which someone being homeless doesn't scare me. Finding pill bottle around that area and lots of other types of things like alcohol cans, and they sneak through different places in the fences, and it just doesn't seem super safe. So I try not to go back there when it's super dark, and it was getting pretty dark. So, but I have been out there when it's dark, and I just try not to go around the backside there where I was pretty close to. So anyway, they'll get a proper introduction when it's not dangerous. So anyway, on that note, I did like going out when I did, even though I couldn't go to the park, because I was out at twilight, and that is my favorite time of day. When people ask me my favorite colors, I'll say pink, black, purple, green, brown, those colors. Kind of, some are bright and some are earth tones. Sorry, I just showered and in my pajamas, and but my very favorite color is the color of twilight. You can't really bottle that color, and it's really, really hard to represent that blue. I've never been able to recreate it, and it's just really hard to recreate that color. And the thing about twilight is, I know in Ireland they believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they believe that the veil between the fairy and the human world is lowest during twilight. Well, that's a very short amount of time, maybe 30 minutes. So that's when you could be whisked away by the fae, or you can contact the fae. You might have experiences with the fae. You might see a fairy, and there's many different kinds of fairies, but you might see one during that time if you go sit. I know elm has fae energy, so I was carrying an elm stick with me, so who knows, maybe nothing fell out of that tree. Maybe I really did get bopped on the head. I mean, you know, I know there's specific types of trees and places you can go sit and wait patiently, and you might see a fairy, and twilight is a really good time to do that. But you need to be quiet, and twilight has a specific feel to it, and it always has for me. And ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved twilight, that specific time of day, and not the book, a specific time of day. I've just always thought it was amazing, and it was the time that we always had to go inside when I was a little girl, right at that time. And I don't know why I was so attached to it as a child. I just was. The fireflies would come out. That was just so pretty. And sometimes if our parents were out with us, we could stay out till it was almost completely dark. But I'm sure there's stories here in Oklahoma too that have to do with the twilight time as well. I would have to look them up, and I wasn't prepared for this video at all. I'm just making it. So, but there's a really cool book by William Butler Yeats that's The Celtic Twilight, Fairy and Folklore. He was a ceremonial magician and a leader in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. So he so esoteric stuff, I mean, it's kind of a big deal. My understanding is that he completely believed in magic of the fae, Celtic folklore, all of that, that he completely believed in that. And this book, if I am remembering correctly, it has been a while since I've read it, is basically just a compilation. Like, he went around Ireland and spoke with people about experiences they'd had with the fairy and the fairy realms and the fairies and all that, and then he compiled it into this book, if I am remembering correctly. I suppose I could read it off the back. It's just kind of telling about him. Well, he believed in ghosts and spirits, but that's not yeah. Friends, neighbors, acquaintances all told him these stories. And Yeats transcribed them. So, and you can read a lot of his poetry and things like that as well, and you will find it to be rife with Celtic lore and fairies and things like that. I just love him. I do. I've liked him since high school, and I spell my name this way on YouTube. It is a different spelling of my last name. Yates can be spelled multiple ways. On Ellis Island, they did not care how they spelled your last name. So there are many, many very, well, let's see, it's Y-E-A-T-S. Let's see, there's Y-A-T-E-S. I think Y-A-E-T-S. And there's maybe one other way to spell it. They didn't care, they just wrote something down. So there's multiple ways to spell it. So I choose to spell it on my YouTube channel this way. And I want to be related to him so badly. He actually looks a little bit like some of the people on the side of my family that would be related to him. So it could be. We can't trace my family past Ellis Island because of the way our family names run, like how the men of the family have been named. You get to Ellis Island, there's like 85,000 Irishmen named that, and we can't get past Ellis Island. We get there and we're just stuck. And so that would have been my it would have been my great grandpa, I think, or maybe my 5 great grandpas that came over from Ireland. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to ask my aunt. So I am Irish American. I know that is something that's very important to say, or I have Irish heritage, than just that I'm Irish, because I'm not entirely Irish. I'm also Native American. Now that is something that in Oklahoma, if you have Native American blood, you are Native American. It does not matter if you have this much or this much. You are Native American. And people have a problem with that as well, and I'll go into that in a different video. This is about Twilight. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to ramble about that a little bit. It's a time of day that just makes me incredibly happy when I can be out in it. And the weather was beautiful. I barely broke a sweat walking, and I was cardio walking. I wasn't walking slow. So, because I had this instead of that cane thing, I can walk faster. So, and I was like not walking in a straight line, but but that's okay. Who needs a straight line anyway? I don't. It's okay. As long as I'm upright and I'm walking, it's awesome. So, And I was getting to walk in the twilight, and that was amazing. And so yeah, it was a good thing. And I'm interested to see what you guys think about that time of night, the twilight time. If you've ever had any experiences in the time, have you ever seen a fairy, or have you worked fairy magic during that time? If you're comfortable sharing that, anything like that would be super interesting. I know the fairy are they can be very private and personal, and sometimes they don't like things like that shared. That's my understanding. That might be wrong. Fairy magic is complicated, so it's something I'd like to eventually work with, but I know that it can be right now I just like to, let's put it this way, right now I love the fairy and I love the fae, and I want to make a fairy garden, and I want to have a little place where I can, you know, give them little offerings and things like that. And so hopefully I will be able to build one of those. So on that note, I am going to go because I am still just absolutely parched, and I'm showered and I'm ready to just sit down with the computer and chill out and relax. But sorry if it's rambling, I'm a little sleepy, but I just really wanted to share my love of that time of day with you, because I know a lot of you probably have a love of that time of day as well. A lot of times Mother Moon is out, maybe a few stars start to come out at twilight, and it's just such a beautiful time of day. It really is. I would rather be out at twilight than at sunrise. I'm a night owl though, but I just think it's incredible. So anyway, on that note, that I'll stop rambling. Bless up, you guys. Take care. Bye.